Wendy's niece, a country girl at heart, so thank you so much for reaching out to me. I can't guarantee results from this reading, but I will certainly try. And I've been conversing with you, so hopefully, yeah, whatever I've been able to help along the way and through this reading will bring clarity, hopefully. Now, I just want to apologize as well. I've got a bit of asthma, so if I'm a bit huffy and puffy, that's why. So I'm just going to go through my notes here as to what I've actually found along the way. It may or may not be fact, as I've explained, as I always explain. I never claim to be 100% correct. This case I've found a little bit confusing. There's been aspects to it where I feel like it just drives me nuts too, because I've got an analytical brain where I've got parts of my criminological background that plays a part in the logical, practical aspects that want to play a part. I like to get into the analytical, investigative side and take notes. And then there's the other part that's intuitive, and I want to get my cards out, and my psychic impressions want to play a part as well. So when the psychic part comes out, my analytical part wants to pull it apart. And that's where I have this tug of war going on. So I do struggle with that sometimes. And when I get, obviously there's no confirmation through the cards unless I'm talking to family or things like that, or if the police come out with information to the public and then it's confirmed and then you're able to go, aha, that's matching up with what I've got. Then you can actually line it up. But sometimes when you're getting stuff and you don't know where it fits, it can leave you scratching your head a little bit and thinking, okay, where does this fit? And is it right? And then you're questioning yourself. So sometimes you just got to go with your gut and let it come out. So what my very, very first impressions were with Wendy when I was able to look at her photograph, because I read photos, was I saw that she had lived a life. I could see a person of resilience. I could see a very private person. I could see somebody who didn't necessarily, reveal a lot. She might have been very selective as to who she let into her circle, into her life, who she told things to. I feel like she struggled a lot emotionally in her marriage. I feel like on the day that I do feel like there was financial things going on in her life as well. There could have been struggles there. And I feel like on the day she may have been going to visit or meet up with someone. And I feel like the person that she was with, whether it be familiar ties, like as in very close ties, whether it be in her very tight circle, okay, whether it be in a home that, in her home, in her family life, or whether it be someone that was an associate type thing. I feel that she knew this person, okay? So what I'm saying is that the person I believe that was responsible for her disappearing, okay, her disappearance, knew her intimately. Now, when we look at cases, right, when you look at things in a criminological, through a criminology lens, okay, criminal lens. If you're looking at somebody who, say it's a stranger that she's picked up along the way and they've got bad intentions, say it was a hitchhiker or someone she felt sorry for and she just wanted to randomly picked up somebody and she wanted to help them and something happened to her, they usually don't go to the extent, right, of planning. Like what happened to her, I don't know if you know the story, but basically what happened was she left home that day. It was the 29th of February last year, 2024. She was in her 2-door Pajero and she was last seen on CCTV going to an ATM that day. And then this is in Monto, west of Bundaberg. She's been last seen at an ATM and then she's seen driving somewhere towards, what was it called? Wild Horse Mountain or something, around 2:30 p.m. And that was the last time her car was seen, apparently. So what I'm trying to say is that not long after that, I can't remember the date, a country girl, you'll have to, I'm not using your real name just for privacy reasons, you'll have to, because I haven't checked all the articles again, I can't remember the dates as to when her car was actually found, but it was found at Geebung Railway, I think it was, and it was found so many hundreds of kilometres away, right, from where she lived. And now a stranger's not necessarily going to do that. They're not going to do all this planning and where her body was found, 800 kilometres south or whatever it was from where she lived. They're not going to do all that planning. They're not going to necessarily drive her in one direction hundreds of kilometres down and then 100 kilometres, you know, go and plant a vehicle somewhere. A stranger's not going to do that. It's extremely rare. Usually they want to just quickly, very impulsively get rid of things, okay? They just want to just wipe it very clean from them, especially if the motive is theft, things like that. So this person, it seems like there was a lot of planning involved with this. They were intimately connected. Usually if it's a spouse, it's usually domestic related. Not saying it's her husband, by the way. Nobody knows anything. Like the police haven't come right out and said anything as far as I know that he's a person of interest or anything along those lines. But I'm just stating, you know, in terms of domestic related crimes that we know of, or, you know, if it's family relations, things like that. You see these cases where they will drive really fair distances away with the remains of a loved one, right? And they will take them a fair distance away and they will take their time in actually disposing of them and burying them and stuff like that. So it's just interesting because it's like a psychological thing where they have to put as much distance as they can between themselves and that person. So I do believe she intimately knew this person, whether it be a very intimate, personal, you know, you could say husband, friend, family member, whatever it is, it seems to me this person was in her very close circle, okay? Everything's alleged. I have to say, anyone, you know, that you mention or anything is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. I'm not naming anybody specifically. I'm just stating that I believe, in my opinion, this person is in her close circle, okay? You could say it's a very close associate. It's someone in the family, that kind of thing. Now, yes, so I saw that there was, and I've even written it here, I've put knew them, one main and another. So I felt like there was an accomplice. Two of them I put as a question mark. And at one point I put transaction based, and I put drugs because I wasn't sure if there was a connection with drugs at some stage with somebody. But that didn't come, as I looked further into it, that didn't really stand out too strongly to me, but I did put it in there just as a question mark. I wasn't sure if there was some kind of connection. But it felt more money-based as I went further into it. And I felt like she wanted to help a situation. Now, initially I thought they wanted a lift with her, like somebody did want to get into the car with her. But I see her in the car because I do feel like somebody did get in the car with her. So it felt like she was going to meet up with someone. Maybe she was going to pick up someone that she knew. And it could have been someone from her home base. But apparently the police said she didn't return home. Doesn't mean it wasn't someone from her home that was somewhere else. We just don't know at the end of the day. But it says that she was in the car arguing. It could have been about money, okay? Now, what I see is that I put in here may be related to each other. Doesn't have to be by blood. Could be, you know, could be friendship, could be by marriage, could be related to each other, something like that. And then I smelt it so strongly, the alcohol. And it smelled like whiskey or rum. I couldn't make out which one it was, but it just smelled like alcohol really strong. And I could smell smoke, cigarettes, like, you know, that smell on people who smoke really strongly. So it could have been that at the time they, you know, were in the car with her, that they smelled very strongly like that. But as I know with my visions, they can swap and chop and change, that it could have been after the act that they've gone home and really binged on alcohol. So it could be that as well, that it's just letting me know, hey, this person's an alcoholic. They often will smell like this, or it may have been at the time they smelled like that. They could have been in their 60s or 50s, at least one of them. And it tells me again over money. So I could see her in the car going like this with her hand, and she was getting angry and very agitated with this person, which is interesting because it would have been after she went to the ATM. Now, I watched the video of her being at the ATM. And if you look at the video, she actually walks towards the ATM with her card like this, towards the ATM before she's even reached the ATM. And I don't know if that was, only her family would know if that was normal for her to do that. I know that if I'm walking towards an ATM, I don't actually have my card already out moving towards the ATM. I actually wait till I'm right at the ATM, then I take my card out. So to me, that kind of gesture, body language, already with the card out moving towards the ATM, I'd have to watch it again, but I think I watched it twice. I'll have to analyze it again. But to me, it just seemed to show anxiety, like she's already got the card out moving towards the ATM steps before even being at the ATM. It could show a little bit of anxiety about, I need to get this money out. It could be, I might be reading too much into it, but then I see her also moving her head around, looking around as well. Was she paranoid? Was she anxious? I don't know. I don't know if that transaction really was significant or connected to her disappearing. I'm really not sure. It just was interesting to me as an observation. Okay, so, and another thing that came through was that they felt it's interesting, I said they felt she did them dirty. So maybe they felt she wasn't being like upfront with them on something, or she wasn't being clean about the money situation or something. She was holding back on something, some information around it, not paying up something. I just kind of felt a little bit like that. That she had info that she wasn't, and they could have been paranoid. It might not have even been that. It might not have been that she was doing anything wrong, or it could have been that she was planning on leaving and was holding money away and was going to leave. I mean, who knows? And I'm talking about maybe leaving her marriage or something. We just don't know. Yeah. Okay. So then I saw her in the car, and she's getting really angry and agitated, and I'm seeing her go like this with her hand, when you're really angry at someone and you like this, and she's really angry. And it's like she's been accused of something and they're at her. And then I see her thong, because she's wearing thongs on the day, and I see her foot going down on the pedal. And I didn't know if it was an acceleration or a braking, right? Either speeding up or braking hard, because she's pissed off. And she's stressed. And then I see her pulling over into a cul-de-sac, like a parkway, and it could be near a beach, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's just the vision I got there. Whether they were talking things out in the car or what's going on there, I don't know. But at the time I was tuning in and writing all down these notes, I was playing like I tune in when I'm listening to music on a playlist on my phone. And The Cure's Disintegration came on. And just interesting how lyrics stand out to you. And I'm hearing stains on the carpet as part of their lyrics in this song, like, it says stains on the carpet, stains on the scenery, and then it's saying something about trickery, and it's talking about the disintegration of a relationship. And I'm thinking, wow, is this talking about stains on the carpet? Like, is there actual, like, physical, literal stains on a carpet somewhere that they're trying to tell us are clues here relating to her death, right? And trickery, did somebody trick her? So that was really interesting, that. And it said trusted person, so she definitely trusted this person at some stage. Yeah. So, right. So, yes, okay. So I was shown, this is sensitive info, but I did show that her hands were put around her throat, okay? So she was strangled. Okay, that's what I felt that this person did to her. And usually when someone does that as body language, like when we're looking at, excuse me, I'm burping. Oh, here we go. This is what happens in my readings. If you know me and my readings, when that happens, it talks about fear. Now, did you just see that orb? Now, what happens when I burp in my readings? It's a fear-based response from spirit when I tune into them. Obviously, there's a lot of fear when I'm talking about this. The throat being strangled is a sign also of shut the fuck up. Like this person wants her to shut up. So it's a power thing too. They want this person to shut up. So maybe they don't want her to talk about something. Maybe she had information they didn't want out. Or yeah, it could be something like that as well. She did hold up her hand to me when I was tuning into her, and she mouthed the number 5. Like she went like that to me, like 5. So I don't know if she meant, and I kind of got the idea that it was like a sum of money, like 500 or 50 something. So I don't know if it was 50,000 or 500 or, I don't know what it was exactly, but it was 5, and the hand, 5 came up. But I was told when that hand around the throat came up that was not the first time this person's put his, and it's a male, put his hands on her. So I feel like if you want to call it a domestic violence situation, she's been in before. So I'm not saying it's the husband. It could have been another male around her in her circle. It could be, I don't know who it is, but I just know it's someone known to her. Someone close to her, intimate to her, who's put his hands on her before, okay? So that's what I know. And she wanted him gone. So I don't know. I just hear the words, she wanted him gone, and I heard the words, he was becoming a pest. So she had entanglement with this person and she wanted it gone. So she wanted to get away from this person. She was in a bad, sticky situation with this person. So maybe she was trying to it did feel like to me that she was trying to get out of this situation, away from this person. So, now I'm looking at what else. And I'm feeling like she was trying to draw the line. She was trying to put up a boundary. And this person got mad. I feel like this person got mad. So I feel like she called him by a nickname. I don't know what the nickname is. I did give some names to a country girl, but I don't know if names are really relevant because sometimes they can mean something, sometimes they don't mean something. I don't really know. The spirit sessions are not always correct either. I did see a van, like a work van, and I also saw that he could share a house, which is interesting because I did get some information as well firsthand that some people do share a house. So that's interesting. And I got the word affair. So it would be very interesting if the cards come up showing an affair, because either she found out that someone was having an affair and then something happened to her, or she was having an affair and something happened to her, okay? I want to find out what it is because it is very confusing for me. I want to tease it out a bit. So let's have a look at the energies, okay? Energy of Wendy. Thank you, Spirit. I'm really hoping we can get some clear answers here, please. Yeah, I feel like she was scared. She was. She put up a fight, though, Come on, let's get it. Wendy's energy on the day, please. Wendy's energy on the day. Wendy's energy on the day. Wendy's energy. She was seeking honesty and intention and truth, okay? Well, she was trying to feminine energy. Just get that again. Wendy's energy, please. Wendy's energy. Actually, I won't do that again. Where is it? Where's the other ones? Here. I want this one, please. Wendy's energy. I've made a fool of myself. So she felt foolish with something. Clarity, honesty, intention, truth. Shadow energy. Yeah, conflicted. Okay. All right. What about the perpetrator? Now, it's interesting, I felt too. I don't feel two people actually, like, killed her. I feel like one person killed her. I'm wondering if there was an accomplice. Right, okay, let me just see. These are actually love cards, but I read them differently in my crime reading. So let's get an idea of the perpetrator's energy, please. A main perpetrator, the one that actually did this to her, please. What's his energy? Time, waiting cycles, infinity. He's just seeing time going by, isn't he? Not even caring about that. Healing. I know he can fix what is broken. Drained. This relationship was draining this person, but he was holding on, believing that it could be fixed. It's interesting. So there's definitely yeah, this is what I'm saying, is either an affair or some very intimate connection, or you could even say, even if it was a friendship, but there's something going on. All right, let me see. I'm just still tuning in. Just bear with me, okay? I know it seems like I haven't got it yet because I haven't. But this is what I'm doing. I'm tuning in still. This is usually I'll get, aha moment, okay? I'm still tuning in. What was her energy towards this person? Yes, she wanted out. She wanted out. One day, someday, somewhere, another time, better off, happiness, perspective, clear headspace. She wanted out. She wanted out. Yep. So she felt that, okay, one day, someday, another time, it might work out, but not now. I don't want this now. She was drained of this as well. Chemistry. Yeah, confident that it would work out another time. I'm still not sure who this person is, though. Complacency. Her heart wasn't in this, I'm hearing. The person shattered. This person shattered, right? Your light helped to guide me out of my darkness. So for this person, right, she was probably saw her as the light in the darkness. Like, without her, they're lost, kind of thing. But also disrespectful to her. So feels lost without her. Right? Because you know how when we look at some people in DV relationships and stuff, they put them on a pedestal and they can't live without them. When they're not there, they're lonely, they're lost, they can't live without them. Totally disrespectful energy. Give me an idea, please, Spirit. What happened to Wendy? Just give it to me straight, please. What happened to Wendy? Caregiver? Was she the caregiver for somebody? Who's the caregiver? Oh my God. Oh my God, guys, seriously. And I haven't told you this yet, but when I was doing a spirit session, I haven't even gone through it yet. And I really want to sit down and do another one just to clarify, but this is crazy stuff, right? I got the words, when I was sitting down doing the, I told a country girl, when I sat down and pulled out some cards, I got the word affair and I got the word dating. And when I got onto the spirit session, it said dating apps online. And that's when I just went, what? Was she actually going to meet someone, that she'd had met through a dating app? I don't believe it, if it was that it was the first time she'd met this person. I don't believe that. I don't believe it was just a stranger on a dating app that she'd met for the first time. If it was someone she'd met, it would have been maybe months into it. There'd been an emotional connection formed at least for this person to plan so far to put a car somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. Because this is crazy, this. Now, I don't know what that is. But sometimes that can feel like an affair, can feel a bit like a drug. You know, like love is a drug type thing. There's the travel on the road. And there's the love, right, we're talking about. Love on the road. It's definitely a male who's, oh God, this person, I'm telling you, they're very switched on person. I mean, they've gotten away with it, right, for over a year. They know how to plan things. The divine masculine of integrity, yeah, so, yeah, definitely not of integrity, but the king of insights, the king of swords is somebody, is a male who knows how to have forethought, who knows how to plan in advance, who knows how to, very analytical, very logical, very practical, very smart with technology, right? And what else does it say? I forgot about it. Sees a bigger picture. Yeah, power and authority. Could be some, yeah, structure and discipline and routine. Somebody who may work in a routine job. Yeah, money. It could be some. It could be a married man. Could be someone either she was married to or someone who's also married, right? How you could look at it. Yeah, look at that. That shows me. When I look at that, I'm thinking a love affair. Could be a soulmate card too. So it's definitely showing me like it's definitely a love. It's not a friend, put it this way. It's not just a drinking buddy or a friend. This is somebody she's had an intimate sexual relationship with. Look at that, travel. And it's, wow, look at the money again coming up. This argument was over money. And I don't know what the party is. But isn't it interesting too that at one stage I thought, holy crap, like if this wasn't a affair with someone that she had met, say, and had some emotional, physical connection with over like so many months or whatever, and what if she went to break it up with them, you know, and they did that to her? That would be a motive, wouldn't it? But it's just interesting the money's coming up. Like, why would they then, I don't know, why would they do that over money? Unless they, because I tell you what, one thought came to my mind that it comes back to that where she felt entangled and scared that this person, it was getting too much involved, and that she may have realized this person is not the right person for me. Like, it was almost like she got herself into a sticky situation. She'd realized that this is not the right person. They've got some weird behaviors that I don't like. And she might have been worried that, you know, they could cause issues for my marriage and my family. It could break up things, you know, really for my family. I've got grandchildren. And she might have been trying to pay them off to go away. It could be one aspect to look at it as. I'm not saying it's correct, you know. female mountains. It's interesting they said she was driving towards, like, what's it called? White Horse or Wild Horse Mountain or something. But that's what I wrote down here. Where is it? This person got mad and had stalkish behaviour. That's what I saw as well. I don't know what the boat is. Somebody goes out on a boat fishing, and that can be part of their healing. So this male, whoever it is, goes off fishing. He likes fishing. So, see, there's something on surveillance that the police haven't told the public about, perhaps. Or there's missing surveillance. What's that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Is there... Oh, all right. Let me see something. Missing surveillance at a motel or hotel. Is there? That's interesting. That is interesting. I wonder if they could... I wonder if it means as in missing footage, or if they could still track that down somehow. I mean, if this was an affair, where do people usually go for an affair? You know? Yeah. So I'm going to just have another ask on this, please, Spirit. Was this an affair with... I want to know, right? I want to know. It's just frustrating me. Okay, so was this a new person? A new person, like as in a lover? Are we asking about that? I want to know who it is. What are we asking? Mature man. A mature man? A hardworking mature man in the community, in her local community, is he? A main female. Just looking at these cards, pathway. There's a pathway of concern. A message of concern. I'm just not getting it just yet with those cards. I'm trying to just, yeah, get back on this track. I need to know, is it someone in her, you know, I felt it was in her immediate circle, but still, oh wow, okay. Family. Accomplice. I did say that, didn't I? Partner in crime. Wow, within her immediate family. Mind control. A secret. So someone has control over someone else in the family. It's a secret. And can be seen as a bit of a devil. Like, they got secrets. You know how they say, like, skeletons in the closet? Someone in the family knows, right? They know. So it could definitely be linked to that affair. So whether... I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying this is correct. Whether she was having an affair and the husband finds out allegedly, and then, you know. But there was abuse and neglect. And it looks like that justice can come in. Look at that. Spouse, partner. And when I see this inside, I always see it as like an inside job, okay? Allegedly. Inside cover up, there you go. So people inside know. Right? Burial, which we know she was partly buried or half buried in sand dunes, okay? We know it wasn't a suicide. Jealousy could come up as something. Yeah, okay. And we got the home. Yeah, but I still find it interesting about the affair. Yeah. I'm going to quickly grab these cards here. Okay, so let's have a look at the Divine Characteristics deck. This is one that I created to give us clues on the physical characteristics of a perpetrator. So, let's have a look. It may or may not be correct, but we'll just try anyway. What does Wendy Hansen's perpetrator, what do they look like, please? What do they look like? Overweight. An overweight person. Slouched posture, which usually happens with an overweight person. Could be an unconfident person, slouched posture, short eyelashes. It fell on the ground. Where is it? Wavy hair. Could wear a uniform. That didn't really come out. It was just upturned in here. I'll just leave it out anyway. Just put it over there. Wears a uniform. Could be for work. May or may not be relevant. I'll just do that again. Here we go. Let me feel it in my hands and arms, please. It's usually what happens when I shuffle. It's such a weird thing to explain, but I can feel like an energy going through my arm. Wendy Hansen's perpetrator, please. Okay, white teeth. So they might have good dental health, or they just might, I don't know, when they smile have, whether they've got tanned skin and you can really see white teeth, or they might have got their teeth done, or they might have false teeth. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Oh, look at that's interesting. Excellent dental health. Got tattoos. I don't know if they got tattoos. But auburn hair is interesting. I don't know about it. Rounded eyebrows, speaks with an accent. So that could be something. I'm just going to put them in because I didn't feel, once again, through my arms. Let's do it. Face shape could be oval. Wendy Hansen's perpetrator. Blonde hair. So you could see, like, what did it say? Wavy hair, blonde hair. Long eyelashes. We got grey white hair. So it's interesting. We got like a blonde grey white hair. So small lips. Don't know if they have piercings, if they wear an earring. Could have a beard. May have had a beard at the time of her passing. May not have a beard now, or they might have a beard now. Because obviously with men, they can shave at any time as well. They can grow it at any time. I'm talking about, it's a very good question actually, because it's been a year. Should we ask the question, what do they look like then, or what do they look like now? Because as we know with appearances, we can change. We can lose weight. We can put on weight. We can get tattoos. Yeah. Right. Okay. Short hair. So this person doesn't have long hair. They have short hair. And they are single. Right now they're single. So they may not be in a relationship. Lives in a cold climate. So, I mean, up where she's living, it would be seen as a hot climate, I would say. So I don't know about that. Looks like this person's older than her. They wear reading glasses. I mean, most people probably older than her would wear reading glasses, I would assume. Hazel eyes. Did we see coloured eyes? I can't remember. It looks like hazel eyes here. And we've got long eyelashes. So one said short eyelashes, one says long. So we could be seeing two people. Strawberry blonde hair, strawberry blonde hair. High-pitched voice. As I said, it could be some irrelevant things in here too. But this could represent someone who doesn't have a very, like, low, gruff voice too. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Come on. Who did this to Wendy, please? Walks heavily, loud footsteps, which usually goes hand in hand with somebody who may be overweight. And also 6 foot plus. So we've got a tall person, not a short person. Unhealthy person. So they are not a healthy person. Right? They're not a healthy person. Yep. And then you've got someone who might walk lightly, fast, quiet footsteps. So I don't know. I didn't really feel that. A right-handed person. Clean shaven. Interesting, we had the beard and now it's clean shaven. Then we got a left-handed person. So does this person do things left-handed and right-handed? Or is one left-handed, one right-handed? Because I did see an accomplice. Olive skin. So someone could have that olive, not someone who's completely, especially if they're living in Queensland, they could be very sun-kissed, right? Have that nice tanned skin too. Not like they have a scar, a significant scar. Could be from, it's interesting it's saying dark skin. Yeah, dark skin. But it's saying olive skin, so it's not saying dark like black skin. And a scar could be as well, like face shape is round. A scar could be from like a work-related thing too, could be. Curly hair. I think it said wavy hair earlier too. So wavy, curly hair. And moles. Are there significant moles on them? 18 to 20 years. I just seriously don't feel that at all. I do not feel that this person's 18 to 20 years old. I just don't get that idea at all. I just didn't even bother putting that in there. I really just don't feel it. I can't take that seriously. I just don't get that idea. I would be in a casual dress. I just do not feel that with this person. I would be absolutely shocked if that happened. Husky voice. Okay, one more, please. One more. I just want one more to show who this person is, please. That really stands out to us, please. So it could be that they wear a badge, wear a job uniform, or is a club member. Okay, so that's interesting. I just wanted to quickly just grab some cards because I forgot to use my own crime deck earlier. I just want to see if something is relevant at all to her case that may not have come up in the last cards. Okay, so is there anything we can learn through my own cards, please, for Wendy's case? Is there anything we can learn, please, regarding her case? So we've got the travel card, and I don't know what April is significant with, but April is significant somehow with travel. And we've got bushland forest. Yeah, so something to do with bushland, April. So she went missing, right, in February, and her remains were found, I think they said bushland, sand dunes, Coffs Harbour in June. Nobody knows when she was placed there in Coffs Harbour. So she went missing in February, and she was found in June. So between February and June, you've got February, March, April, May, June. You've got 5 months, 4 to 5 months, right, for someone to place her body there. And, okay, can we please get this happening? I want to see, please. Help me out. Help me out, please. Who did this? Oh, my God, look at this. It's coming up again. Money, money. Money, guys. Money. March. Wow. March, April. Wow. These 2 dates are significant, okay? Wow, this is crazy. Oh, my God, why? Why do they fly on the ground? October. I don't know what the significance is of October. Old abandoned barn shed. I saw in a vision like some kind of shed, concrete shed thing. And it was just interesting that I saw a rural property, and I'm wondering if she was taken there first and held there first, like her body. And I don't know about this. I've not even picked up on a female, but I mean, who knows? I don't know about a female if a female knows any information. I don't know about how she's passed or anything like that. I don't know if a sharp weapon was used. I did see a strangling. But I do see someone with tattoos once again. There's parts of this that will be unsolved, unfortunately. 35 to 60 kilometres. So she was taken somewhere within this. She initially, I'm telling you, initially was taken somewhere. And I'm being told taken somewhere within this range, within this distance, to this rural property, to a shed, whatever it was initially, okay? It looks like. And then there's June. Right. Gosh, what was June again? June was when she was found. Yes, they're a smoker. I'm wondering if they're cigarette butts. Yeah, there's another crime scene, I'm telling you, that's got stains on the carpet. Could be her blood. There's cigarette butts there. Southeast is a significant direction. Wow, what's going on? These cards want to fly down everywhere. It drives me nuts, I tell you. Right, could be a female with long hair, but I don't know. All right, so let's have a look. I'm just going to pull out what's coming out. I don't know what's relevant as yet. Can we get an idea who this was, please? Oh my gosh, there's the strangulation. And I'm wondering if something's been placed in water, if it was submerged in water. But this is a domestic violence situation. This is very close to home is all I'm going to say. Yeah, train tracks. So this place that she was taken to could have significant train tracks nearby. But it's just so interesting that her vehicle was taken to a train station, wasn't it? Yeah, so, okay. Oh, gosh, okay, hang on a second. I just want to know, I'm not sure if anybody... Oh, sorry about this. Yeah, there's a betrayal, which when there's a betrayal, it means you know them intimately, okay? And 2 to 4 people, so at least 2 people or 3 people know about this, okay? It could be 2 males and a female. But people in the family or a close circle, very small intimate group, know. Yeah, okay. And it was over money. And I think, look, this is an avenue I'm going to say, but I can't say it's fact and I have to be careful. But it could have been that they were afraid that she was going to take off with money and was afraid that she was going to leave a situation, okay, and take off with money. And it could have been that there was either suspicions that she was having an affair, or that they were worried that she had met someone and was going to, you know, take off with some money. Yeah, and leave them in the lurch because she had access. That's all I'm saying, right? That's all I'm saying. So I think you know what I'm getting at, country girl. Yeah, so I think that's all I can get on this. Really, I just don't have any other... I don't think any other cards are coming out with this. Is it going to be an arrest in this? I really don't know. I just don't get this idea. I really just don't feel there's enough evidence, although this just came out. So that's interesting. That is interesting that just came out as I was talking about it. maybe there's something to do with her vehicle. I don't know where it is. Or a vehicle somewhere that's got some evidence in it. Or it could be irrelevant to her death, that the person responsible has a car accident and it's a write-off. And they could be arrested for a DUI or something. I don't know. It's very hard to pinpoint. It just kind of feels a bit cold. Unfortunately, this case, I'm really sorry to say this. I just don't know what, the police would have a lot more than what I can really go into or what I can find. But it feels like this person or these people are really clever. They've really covered a lot of their tracks here. Yeah, like literal tracks. They have really, and this keeps coming out. So I don't know I don't believe she was killed this way. But I'm wondering if I don't know if they have an illegal weapon on the property. Okay, one more. There's the beach. There's the beach. What are they saying about that? Yeah, there's secrets, obviously, covering up information around her death. Yeah, we know that. We do know that. December's significant. Okay, can you give me an information, Spirit? Who did this to her? An accomplice? So they're just telling me there's definitely another person, an accomplice. Yeah. Oh. Please tell me who did this to Wendy. Who did this to Wendy, please? Jealousy. So, interesting, we're talking about fraud, legal proceedings, worry over money, things like that. The battery's gone. I do have to finish up. But it's interesting, it's talking around love once again. So it's definitely entanglement around love, money, and worrying about maybe things like legal proceedings around divorce, maybe getting in trouble over things that are going wrong around transactions. I don't know, things behind the scenes, business dealings, maybe being exposed. I don't know, but it's just really interesting that they might have been worried that she was going to take them to the cleaners, basically, hence the word clean up. So, yeah, they were very worried that maybe she was going to do the dirty on them and expose them for something that they might have been doing wrong. Very interesting. Anyway, I'm really sorry for your loss, a country girl. I'm very sorry for your loss, and I really hope that the answers come very soon for you and your family. And I know that Wendy is with you guys. She's really looking down on you on you. I was going to say you girls, but obviously there's men in the family as well. But there must be a group of women that she's really with you. And I feel like, I just feel like there's a lot of love being shown to you all, to the family. She's really keen to just, I feel like she is fighting for the justice, but also she just wants peace. And she really wants you to, not to stop fighting. Like, she doesn't want you to quit fighting, but she wants you to also enjoy your lives and to get on with your happiness as well. You know, she wants you to, yeah, just enjoy life for what it is, because she realizes you just don't ever know what's going to happen around the corner, and just always be careful who you're dealing with, because you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, I feel like she's really sending her love to all of you, and she's got a wicked sense of humor, I can see. And I feel like you are a lot like her in a lot of ways. Yeah, and I feel like she will come in with signs for you as well. And I just feel like, yeah, the truth will be exposed in time. I feel like that arrest card was really interesting, so it could take some time, but interesting things will happen. People tend to talk, or, you know, they'll tell the wrong person something, and it will eventually come out. It will come out. The evidence does end up revealing itself in time. The truth does come out. So it can come out in funny ways in the end. So we got the word secrets here. Won't be secret for long. I think that the truth will reveal itself in time. Yeah, and I think she's already, I just heard, well, I don't know if it's her so much. I feel like she has been with me while I've been doing this reading, actually. But I feel like she's saying you're already onto it. And she's talking to you, a country girl. She's saying you're already onto it. You already know. She thinks you're quite wise. So don't second guess and doubt yourself. She knows that you're quite smart and you're onto things. So yeah, just be careful is what I'm hearing her say. Love and blessings.